We play for keeps, Cuddy. You ain't heard about the huddle fire with no with D-Lane. We tryna get it off the muscle. Walters caught the pick and ran it back without a tussle. Blow the whistle, coach is trying to get back to the huddle.
Welcome to the 510 Huddle. We back again. The 2021-22 season, locked and loaded. How you doing, D-Lane?
Feeling great, man. Football back in full effect. I got a little taste of it last week. Not where I want to be, but we working. We getting better.
Yes, sir. Hey, just for y'all don't know, D-Lane is the defensive back coach for Laney College. His boys was balling. Listen how your boys did, your DB group did last week. Or tomorrow, Friday.
Yesterday, or 2 days ago. Yeah, they did solid, man. You know, we got a young group, all freshman group, basically. People don't really know. Like the two cats that I got on my team that actually got some playing experience in college didn't play that much last year. So when I really look at my room, I'm really coaching a room full of freshmen. But they exceeded my expectations, man. They did real well. Got to do a lot better at tackling, fitting the run as a whole unit on the defensive side. But other than that, we're getting better, man. We're young, but I think it's going to be one of those seasons. I told them the worst thing we could have did at this past Friday's day was play our best football.
Okay.
It's too early in the season, so it's ebbs and flows to football. You know that in a football season, and I told them we just want to keep peaking. We want to keep working.
That's true, coach talk. I saw this year Kyle Shanahan said after Trey Lance game, saying he wants him to mess up. He wants stuff to coach on so he get better. You don't want to peak early. Everyone knows that. Mm-hmm. So before we dive in,
what's been going on with you, Zay?
Hey man, I'm getting ready for a wedding. November 5th. I'm about 60 days out, man. Grinding for that. As y'all know, I work in the tech industry. I sell software, so I got a promotion coming up.
There you go.
I'm also part of Us in Tech. If y'all heard the episode with Kendrick Trotter, I help other minorities get into tech. So if you listen to this, if you have a college degree or 1 to 3 years, again, 1 to 3 years selling experience, work at the Verizon, Sprint, Metro store, or wherever, hit me up. We'll get you a tech job. Entry level. You getting paid 70 to 100K. That's entry. So that's what I'm working on right now, and in the podcast as always. So that's what I'm doing.
And if you, like Zay mentioned earlier, if you haven't heard it, please go check it out. Go click on the link in all our bios, and our bios, and in the Huddle's bios, the 510 Huddle. Check out the new podcast with Kendrick Trotter, man. He dropped a bunch of gems on there. He's also in tech, one of the guys that got Zay in the tech. And just one jewel that he dropped last week in the pod that I like. What he said, Zay said, the average salary, or you'll make in the first 1 to 3 years in tech, you can make more than what the average NFL rookie contract is.
100%. So we always joke about, did you make the NFL minimum this year? So for me, I'm in an entry level position, and again, I'm not trying to be boastful or cocky, but I made 6 figures in an entry level position. Now the next position where I'm getting promoted to, if they don't make 600K plus, they call it a bad year. And as you guys know, in NFL, the NFL minimum is $650 a year. I'm gonna just give you a quick example. Will Blackman, he has a podcast, very influential person, played in the NFL for 10 years, had a good career. In 10 years, he made $7 million. As a salesperson in the tech industry in 10 years, you will make more than that. So that's just to let you know the type of money that's in tech. And hey, it's the same thing as football. Attention to detail, work hard, and you succeed.
Yes, sir. Let's dive into it, man.
Yeah, let's dive into it. Right before we kick off, I want to shout out our new social media manager for the 2021 season, our guy, Justin Hill. He's from the Bay, from Oakland, California, now living in Canada, in Toronto. Is that right, Dwayne?
I think he in Toronto. He up there somewhere in Canada.
Somewhere in Canada.
He up there somewhere in the 6.
Yeah, in the 6. He one of the big cities out there. He's done amazing work for us already. He's a part of a lot of Black organizations promoting Black entrepreneurship. He's really amazing. So check his Instagram out. Check his socials out. We excited to have him for the season. And we back. You know, the weekly. You're going to have the weekly opinions, voices of how we feel about the Niners, how we feel about the Raiders, how we feel about big stories in the season. And this season, we're going to talk a lot of rookie quarterbacks. It's going to be the main focus. And I'm ready to kick in. And the first thing we're going to kick off with, D-Lane, who is your NFL MVP pick? Let's get it.
I'm gonna go with Pat. Easy pick. I get it. The fan favorite, but you got to think about it, man. I think Pat might just have his best season yet coming up. I think he might be able to top his rookie season, was unofficial rookie season. He played 3 games his rookie year, but that following season, man, got the weapons back. I think Mecole Hardman takes the next step and becomes that wide receiver 2 for the group with Sammy gone. Got Ty Hill, Kelsey, and the crew still. Clyde Edwards-Helaire, he's coming back. He can only get better. And then the O-line, come on. They revamped the whole O-line. Hey, from left to right. It's better than the Super Bowl O-line that won 2 seasons ago. So I just see Pat having a monster year, man. I'm gonna say over 50 touchdowns. I'm gonna go over 5,000 yards again. I say Pat does them both.
Honestly, you can't ever go wrong picking Pat. It'd be like before 2015, 2016, just saying LeBron for the MVP. You can't go wrong. I like Pat, but it is time. It is time. Russell Wilson gets his first MVP this year, and it's due partly because this will be the first season he is playing in the West Coast offense at Seattle, right? They've always been a Pete Carroll-driven team where we're going to play defense, run the ball, hit play action. And I believe this is the year Russell Wilson gets his MVP to add to the Super Bowl and add to his resume. Because that's the only thing he misses.
Same only challenge to that, man, is tough to do it first year in the new system. It's tough. He still got to pick it up. And they got to play we're assuming they're going to make a deep run, be in the playoffs. Yeah. It's going to be some F-ups in the system.
I agree. I'm putting it in a category of Pat Mahomes is an easy choice, right? You can't go wrong. I think he could throw 50 touchdowns and what we're talking about, right? Yeah. But I would say with Russ, it'll be still he has that fresh face because he hasn't won it before. And if Russ throws 50 touchdowns, he's getting it, right?
Do you think Russ will win enough games? Because I'm not going to lie to you. I got who's the fourth team in that division? Because I damn near got the Niners, Rams, and the Seattle Seahawks all splitting.
So
who's the fourth team? The Cardinals?
Cardinals.
I got them all splitting. I damn near got them all. I don't think nobody splits it.
I like to keep it real simple. If Russell Wilson is your quarterback, if Tom Brady is your quarterback, if Aaron Rodgers is your quarterback, those 3 guys, you can bet your mortgage on them making the playoffs. Because all 3 of those quarterbacks have only missed the playoffs one time in their whole career. Russ has never missed the playoffs. A-Rod one time, Tom Brady one time.
All right, just saying.
Those are only 3 guys. I'm just saying.
I don't want to spoil one of your picks for later in the pod, but you got somebody in that division going a long way. So I'm saying it's going to be tough for them.
Yeah, it is going to be tough.
And I got them splitting with everybody in that division. I have nobody in that division sweeping.
But hey, when it's the greats, it's always going to be tough.
We'll talk about divisions.
Yeah, it's going to be tough.
So I think that might be the best division in football.
So you got Pat, I got Russ. We won't stay too long on this topic. And before we move on to the next, all I got to say is this. I love that it's 2 black quarterbacks. There we go. Hey, it's a different time. Ain't paying the time no more, man. So you riding with Pat? I think I picked Russ last. No, I picked Kyler. Did I pick Kyler last year? I picked Kyler last year.
I picked Kyler last year.
I think I said Russ. I'm doing Russ again. Hey, Russ.
It might have been flipped. You might have picked Kyler. I might have picked Russ.
Okay, the first 10 weeks, Russ was looking like it was.
Yeah, it was his. It was his. Yeah, facts.
And then the same thing happened, which every year happens under the Schottenheimer offense to die out. So I like the new OC and implement the West Coast offense, which is going to give Russ more pass attempts, more yards, more touchdowns. So, all right. But here we go. We got our MVP. D-Lane rocking with Patty Mahomes. Can't go wrong. I'm rocking with Russ. Yeah, I feel like I can't go wrong. He's due. So we're going to go with our Rookie of the Year. You want to kick off or you want to kick off for Rookie of the Year?
Go ahead.
My Rookie of the Year is real simple. I'm going to just stick to it. And honestly, so before I go into this, my Rookie of the Year was Zach Wilson before we did this pod.
That was my favorite QB.
Right? I loved how he looked in preseason. Just a natural arm, comfortable poise. That he just had that, like, I got this, y'all. Right? But I watched the Clemson game last night. And I realized Dabo Sweeney whole legacy has been built off two quarterbacks. Their names are Deshaun Watson and Trevor Lawrence. They had the same offense last night, aside from Trevor Lawrence and Anthony.
I thought they had the Poly kid that was supposed to be nice. Not
Yeah, DJ. He was a starting quarterback, right?
Last night. Go ahead, Zach.
And I was like, wow, Trevor Lawrence really was the only reason Clemson was respectable. Trevor Lawrence, right? Like, the receivers aren't getting open. The O-line is poo. And we look like last year, they had no O-lineman get drafted. They had Amari Rodgers was the first receiver drafted in the third round. So they didn't have no top guy, right? The running back was drafted high, but if your O-line's not doing good, your running back doesn't matter. So I was like, you know what? I think Trevor Lawrence is really that guy. Like we've been saying, he's the best prospect to come out since Andrew Luck.
Oh, God, I'm going to bring you right back to Trevor. How did DJ look, though, the quarterback?
Shit. Okay, yeah, it was like shit last night. O-line. I would say this. It's early. I'm not throwing the towel on the guy.
Did they lose?
They lost. Yeah, they lost last night to Georgia, 10-3. They couldn't score a touchdown. They had 2 rushing yards the whole game. They finished with 2 rushing yards. That's a different topic, D-Lane. That's a different topic.
Go ahead, finish with Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah. So I said, hey, they have
don't do enough college ball here.
Hey, Trevor gonna run for 50. He gonna put him on their back. Yeah. Why Trevor has that same it factor that Justin Herbert has, I believe, at Oregon.
Okay.
So I sat there. I said, you know what? I'm rocking with Trevor. Let me keep it simple. Let's not overcomplicate it. Let's not overthink it. The Niners QB, Justin Fields, Mac Jones, Zach Wilson with the Jets, in that division. Trevor Lawrence only has to worry about the Tennessee Titans in that division. The Colts are the Colts. So I'm picking Trevor Lawrence, like I said, as my rookie of the year. I'm predicting 25 to 30 touchdown passes, 65% plus completion. And I believe he's going to be the biggest bright spot in the Jacksonville Jaguars organization since they made that AFC Championship run.
Again, do you think he'll win enough games?
Yes, I believe he'll win five plus games with good stats. 5 plus games with good stats. I'm not going to go out and say 7-8 wins. Fuck no. Hey, let's relax.
I'm excited to see Urban's offense in
But I believe Trevor is that guy, and I believe he's the best prospect at quarterback since Andrew Luck.
And he got some weapons. He got, Edney did go down. I don't know if I said his name right. But they still got James Robinson, the undrafted cat last year that went for a buck.
They got Laviska Shenault, right?
Yeah.
They got him.
I got Chark. I think I got Chark on my fantasy team.
Chark is nice.
Yeah, I got him. But for my fantasy, for my rookie of the year, Bankway got 2. I really got 1, but I don't know if he's gonna play enough games.
I don't want to hear 2.
I know you don't, but I gotta get to what I gotta get to.
Okay.
Do you know who I'm talking about for my first one? I said I don't know if he's gonna play enough games.
Trey Lance?
You know, I picked him to be my backup QB. So
you picked him as a backup in
my backup in fantasy.
Ooh.
I felt like he was gonna be rookie of the year. I'm gonna tell you why.
I need that Joe Budden.
I'm gonna tell you why, man. Hey, the only question mark is, does he play enough games? Cause I already know, we all know
he ain't playing week 1, so
we know that, but we all know it's a given. At some point in this season, Jimmy's either gonna get hurt or he's gonna have a spree where he throws 2-3 interceptions back to back in games.
Shirley's.
Yeah, he doesn't have that leash like he did last year. So we know Trey Lance is getting in at some point. I just don't know if he's gonna get enough games. But if he gets in early in the season, if he gets in by at least week 4, I say my boy got actually a rookie of the year. I'm gonna tell you why. Last time we seen the 49ers healthy, this was a Super Bowl contending team. This team was in the Super Bowl. This team was beating Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs up into the 4th quarter. Last time we seen this team healthy. They got one of the best play callers in the league, Kyle Shanahan. Got one of the best tight ends in the league, George Kittle. Got a dynamic run game. What helps the young rookie? A run game. What helps any quarterback? A run game. Who extends that run game? Trey Lance adds a whole new dynamic and package his legs to that run game that's already vicious for Kyle Shanahan and the crew. I see him winning Rookie of the Year if he gets enough games, if he plays by at least week 4. If he doesn't get in by week 4, my other pick is Mac Jones. I like Mac Jones. I just like the situation he's in. I think it's the perfect fit. They added some weapons. They added weapons to the right spot for him. Tight end. Another friend for any good quarterback. And they got 2 tight ends. I like, is it Hunter Henry? I know they got, Hunter, and then they got my boy Jonnu Smith from Tennessee. I like him. So I like Mac Jones.
And that's Aguilar.
Go ahead. And I don't like Nelson. He ain't got fucking hands.
He's a
hot and cold guy.
In a weird way, I don't want to go on a tangent, but in NFL, I feel like deep ball receivers are similar to 3-point shooters. So you only got like 7 to 8 legit deep ball receivers in the league. Brandon Cooks, Nelson Aguilar, Deshaun Jackson. I might be missing a couple.
I know what you mean.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, stretch the top.
Yeah, you need one.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so I feel like that's what Nelson is, and he does that for the team, right? Yeah. He's gonna. I watched him as a Raider fan last year. He made hell of a plays.
No facts.
Just how many plays he made, he's just like.
Did it for my Eagles in our Super Bowl run.
No, exactly right.
Yeah, made hell of plays. And next year couldn't catch shit.
He's not a natural catcher. He's
not
at all. Right. He's an athlete playing receiver. That's what he is. But
so anyways, how you feel about my rookie quarter?
I like that. I wish he would just went with Mac Jones. And the reason I'm going to say this with Trey Lance, and the reason I didn't pick Trey Lance, all great points to reasons he can win Rookie of the Year. I'm looking at Trey Lance as a Josh Allen project. Okay? What I've seen from the preseason, he looks like he hasn't played in 2 years.
Got you.
He has that hitch. He's slow to the read sometimes. But what he shows me is this. Hard worker, and he has the traits it needs to be a successful quarterback. So I'm looking at him as Josh Allen. Josh Allen, they play, and while I'm mad at San Francisco, he's starting week 1 for me. And again, I know he has a chipped finger, minor injury. If he didn't have an injury, he's starting week 1 for me. His reps are going to make him better. So I'm a believer. Trey Lance, if I'm in the stock market, Trey Lance is my long-term stock. Mac Jones is my quick flip.
Got you.
So I like your Trey Lance. I like your Mac Jones.
My only rebuke to the Trey Lance point you made and Josh Allen, the connection there, it's a big difference between those two. And I said it a minute ago, run game.
That's right.
Before last season, and maybe still this season because he's still not a household name. I know him because he's cool. He's a solid back. You probably can't tell me the starting running back for the Buffalo Bills. Can you?
Yes, I can.
What's his name?
Singletary.
Yeah, Devin Singletary. I like him, but that's why I said before last season. That's why I said before last season because he got there last year. But hey, so his first 2 years
Zach Moss will be healthy.
And he was there last year too. That's what I'm saying. Josh Allen's first 2 years in the league, you can't tell me who his running back was. That's what I'm saying. Was it Frank Gore? That was last year too, right? Frank Gore was there last year, or was that 2 years ago when Frank was there?
No, Frank
everywhere. You know, Frank OG in the game, triple OG. But anyway, run game, man, and play calling. Kyle Shanahan's considered top 5, if not maybe top 3.
This is why
in run game. And tight end. He has the 2 quarterback blankets. A run game and a tight end.
Question for you, and then we'll move off this question.
Hold on, before you keep going in. Allen doesn't. You can't tell me Josh Allen's tight end to this day. Exactly.
And this is why I'm gonna tell you this. Well, he has Kevin Knox right now. But this is why I'm gonna say this. To your point, we've seen Jimmy Garoppolo have literally 10 to 15 throw games. So when Kyle Hanna and this offense is working, I don't see how Trey Lance puts up them stats to win Rookie of the Year. That's my question.
Well, and then you missed another part that I said earlier. What did I say? That he extends. What part of run game? But he's going to be a part of the run game.
But we have to understand this about Trey Lance. He's not a Lamar Cap where he has straight line speed or shiftiness. He has shiftiness. He's a poor man Cam Newton, where it's like, hey, I'm not outrunning you, but I'm so much bigger, stronger, and quicker than you. Yeah. Trey Lance is not as big as Cam Newton. So that's why I'm putting him in that Josh Allen category, where he's dangerous for 10 to 15-yard runs.
I think he's fast enough to get on the edge against these.
No, I saw third stringers that are cut right now trying to get us in Tech run him down against the third preseason game.
Like I said,
there are players
be effective.
Hold on, D-Line. Hey,
do you think his legs is better than Josh Allen? Just no.
I think they're equal.
Then they're
equal.
Right now?
Yes. And the reason I'm saying Josh Allen is fucking 6'5". So even when you hit him, he falls for 3.
Yeah.
That's not Trey. You know. Okay. And I saw Trey get hit. Okay. Yeah. I saw him pick up a ball in the Raider game against our third stringers, fourth stringers, majority that are not on the roster today, catch him. So that's why I was like, okay. when he's playing the Seahawks, the Rams, the Cardinals, he's more shifty than speed. He doesn't have that. He's a 4'6", 4'7" guy.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean? So there's nothing wrong with that.
That more than get it done.
Yeah,
quarterback. That's high end for quarterback.
Yeah, like Baker's 4'8", and he moves. You know what I mean? So
now Baker is one of those guys from college that was kind of getting to the edge that I knew out of college. You're not getting that fucking edge in the NFL. He's not.
No.
Yeah. I feel like this guy can, but it's more 50-50.
Anybody that plays football do Baker. I'm running Baker down right now. Okay. Okay. But we got D-Lane running with Trey Lance if he plays, Mac Jones if he doesn't. I'm full force. It don't matter. Trevor Lawrence. It don't matter who plays.
Gotcha.
Okay. Gotcha. Our next thing we're running through, D-Lane, who is your sleeper team? Nobody who's talking about, when I say sleeper team, who's somebody that's going to make the playoffs that we don't expect?
Well, you boosie for your pick, man. You talking about? I'm gonna let you say. I'm just
before you go. You know I'm always non-biased with my picks.
All right, so we're gonna hear your data to back up your point. Yeah. But you're not gonna like mine because they ain't your division.
That's fine. Who?
Who you gonna talk about?
Hope is the Chargers.
Chargers.
Okay,
I like the Chargers.
That's not wrong.
I like the Chargers. I like the Chargers, bro. Got it. They got the formula that I think can provide long-term success. If I'm a GM owner, I don't go for the offensive wizard. I don't go for the offensive wizard for head coach. I like a strong-minded. That's the same reason why I think Saleh is going to turn around the Jets in 2 to 3 years. Give him some time. He can't do it this year. The roster sucks. I take the strong-minded defensive coordinator, especially right when I got a high draft pick, where I can go get a franchise quarterback. The talent, you got to hit on the quarterback. We all know that. If the quarterback don't pan out, it doesn't matter if you got the defense or offensive-minded quarterback. It doesn't matter who you got. Minded coach. It doesn't matter. You're effed up. But if you get a franchise quarterback, you got a defensive-minded coach, that's the route I'll go. Okay. Who has that route?
I like it.
The Chargers. I love Brandon Staley. Did an amazing job for the Chargers last year. He's the new head coach.
I like it.
You got a young quarterback calling the shots. Cook. I got Cook on my fantasy team. I like Cook.
Derwin James is back.
Derwin James is back healthy. Bosa. You got Allen. Man, you got Eckler back. Come on, man. I like this team. I think they could be sneaky. I think I got them splitting with the I think they could get one off the Chiefs this year. I got y'all getting swept by the Chiefs, just by the way, this year. I think the last 2 years I picked y'all to split, though. The last 2 seasons I picked y'all to split the Chiefs.
We lost by 3.
I know 2 years ago I was wrong. Last year I was right. Y'all split. This past year I got y'all getting swept, Zay. But I got the Chiefs. I think I got the Chargers getting one off the Chiefs. Did they beat them last year once?
They did.
I think they did. I got them again. But go ahead.
I want to say I really like the Chargers pick.
Okay.
I believe in Brandon Stanley. I think their defense is going to be loaded. I feel like the offense is not. I don't like Joe Lombardi as their pick. He's only called plays one time in his career.
He's been in an amazing room, though.
Yeah, he's good.
Drew, he was quarterback coach with Drew and Sean.
Hey, Zach Taylor was a QB coach for Sean McVay and shit going on with Bengals. So
Joe Brady was the QB coach, too.
And they won 4 games with Joe Brady last year.
And went crazy as soon as he went to LSU, and now he's on the hot ticket train to
OC. And won 4 games last year.
They look good, though.
So
they look good.
And
they ain't have a quarterback. They didn't have a franchise quarterback. They look good, though. Without a franchise quarterback, is 4 wins in the NFL good without a franchise quarterback? Yes or no? I think that might be. I think that
anytime you don't go 500, it's not good.
It's not. But if you don't have, we know in the NFL, if you don't have a guy or elite defense, it's tough to get a win in this league. Right?
But let me talk.
Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I don't believe. This is my thing with the Chargers, and I'm saying I like the pick. There's nothing wrong. My thing with the Chargers is there's too many unknowns, right? Like far as on the coaching staff.
Gotcha.
I love Justin. I love what they have on offense. The O-line is shaky, but they addressed that with Rashawn Slater in the draft. I like their defense. I think it took a step back by losing Ingram, but they have Bosa and healthy Derwin James. Okay, secondary with Davis. Linebackers. It's not. They don't have Aaron Donald, Jalen Ramsey out there, but they have Bosa and Derwin James. So I think Staley can make it happen. My sleeper team is also my favorite team. I think we've been doing this pod. This is our 4th, going on our 3rd season. 3rd season that we've done this. I've never picked this team as my super team because I've never believed it.
You didn't pick this team damn near every year to make the playoffs, though.
No.
Damn near. Last year.
Last year I did.
Go ahead.
Not the other years. It's the Raiders. And the reason I picked the Raiders is I have 3 reasons.
Because you praying to God that John finally hits in this
No.
contract.
No. The Raiders have made the playoffs one time in 18 years. Okay? A lot of us have said, fuck Derek Carr, this and that, all that, right? There's a common denominator in making the playoffs. I'll give you a stat that I found out, which made me not as angry as Derek Carr. No quarterback in NFL history, D-Lane, I want you to hear this piece.
Okay.
In NFL history has ever made the playoffs when their defense has finished 25th or worse.
I knew you was going there.
No quarterback. That's Tom Brady. For instance, Tom Brady in his whole time in England, his defense, the worst year they ever had was 18th. That was the worst year.
Had like a top 10 defense at least like 10 times.
Last year the defense was second in Tampa. It's second, right? Now who cares? Tom Brady's the GOAT. I'm not debating Tom Brady. He's the GOAT. I won't debate anyone on that. Okay. The 1 year the defense of the Oakland Raiders have finished above 25th the last 18 years was 2016.
That's when I went to the playoffs.
And we went fucking 12-4. Last year, the Raiders lost 4 games by 6 points or less when the defense was on the field. I believe Gus Bradley will improve our defense enough to be 25th or better, where we won 3 out of those 4 games.
Hold on. Well, I mean, go ahead, finish. Right? But I'm about to pull up this schedule.
The Raiders offense was top 10 last year with 1 Pro Bowler. I want to repeat that. We had a top 10 offense last year with 1 Pro Bowler. I believe the offense will take another step this year. I believe this is the best Derek Carr we'll see. If we see the best Derek Carr we see, we're winning 10-plus games. I believe there'll be a sleeper. A lot of people are discrowning the Raiders. You would have thought we won 4 games last year. We went 8-8. Again, I said lost 4 games with the lead with our defense on the field. So I believe if the Raiders' defense is at least 25th, between 25th and 20th, which I believe Gus Bradley could do, he's never had a defense finish lower than 20th in his career. That's counting a 4-win Jacksonville team. A 4-win Jacksonville team, his defense finished 19th, okay, when he was the head coach. So that's my reason. It's not, again, y'all know on this pod, I'm non-biased.
So when you say sleeper, we talking playoffs?
Yes.
Fuck out of here.
Yep. I'm talking playoffs.
Y'all in the
I'm
AFC,
saying 3 more wins. I'm saying 3 more wins.
Y'all are in the AFC.
I know. The team, so first, and what D-Lane is saying, I'm not arguing. An 8-8 Bears team made the playoffs. A 7-9 Washington team was in the playoffs in the NFC. The Dolphins were not in the playoffs with 10 wins last year. So, you in the AFC, if you don't win 11 games, you ain't making the playoffs.
I guess y'all.
I give the Raiders 10 wins.
Y'all got an extra game this year.
Yeah, that's why I give us 10-7. Okay. 10-7.
We'll get to that in a second.
So I'm saying the Raiders 10-7.
Gotcha. I already said my sleeper team, right?
Yeah.
Let's get the records for the records. We got other topics, but let's get to the records since we touch on it. Go start with the Raiders. Since you said it.
We have real quick for the Raiders. We just got Rookie of the Year. Still got a record.
We already did the Rookie of the Year.
We did?
Yeah, we already did.
Hold on.
You had Trevor and I had Mac Jones or Trey Lance.
We had one more for the team.
I thought you just want to hit the team since we was talking about it. You want to go? Okay, go ahead.
Super Bowl winner real quick.
Go ahead.
Rams, that's real simple. Sean McVay had a below-average quarterback that fooled the whole country that he was actually a good quarterback. And, I got the Rams. They're loaded. They had number 1 defense and number 1 offense. I think it was Stafford. They're going to win.
Who you got them playing?
I got them playing the Chiefs in Super Bowl. Rams win.
My boy said Matt Stafford's going to get a Super Bowl ring. First year in L.A.?
Oh, yeah.
That's crazy.
Sean McVay took off from looking like a shit quarterback to above average.
Sleeper team, the Raiders. Then right after that, he follow up and say Matt Stafford's going to win the Super Bowl first year in L.A. You going there today, boy. My boy. You going there today. You going out. Oh, you going out there. That's all I can say. I don't know why I'm keeping it so basic and vanilla. I'm not trying to be, but I'm also being realistic. F that. GBG. Get back game. My Chiefs need to run that back. The Chiefs need... I don't know why I'm saying my Chiefs. I love Patty. I'm an Eagles fan. Excuse me. But the Chiefs need to run that back. Because they was my Chiefs last year because I lost a few bands off their ass. So I'm hurt. We need to run that back. I need my money back, Tom. But I actually don't got that matchup. I got time. I got the matchup I think I called last year on the podcast. I want to see Pat versus Russ. That too. That'd be nice. But I got Pat and Russ this year. Last year, I didn't think Russ' defense was good enough. I think they can get it done this year.
I'll be happy if any of these QBs in the Super Bowl. I'll be happy. I'll be happy with a Rams Chiefs. I'll be happy with a Chiefs Bucks rematch. I'll be happy with a Chiefs Seahawks match. But I tell you this: if any team outside the Chiefs come out the AFC, I'll be hurt. Well, I'll say this: if the Raiders come out the AFC, there's no way in hell that's happening.
Yeah.
But I only want to see the Chiefs come out the AFC. I don't want to see Ben. I don't want to see the Colts, the Titans. The Bills? No, I don't. Josh.
I like Josh. That was my sleeper team last year, and they got hot. That was my sleeper team last year, the Bills.
You 18. We'll see you soon. We'll see you soon. I will say this. I want to see the Bills Chiefs AFC. Yeah. And
that'd be nice.
It goes down to the last drive. I want to see that.
That'd be nice.
But I want to see Pat Mahomes pissed off against the Rams, Bucks, or A-Rod. Instead, the NFC is top heavy. They got 3 teams. Then everyone else in the NFC is trash.
You know who I like to see in the Super Bowl again?
Who?
Again?
Who?
Sean McVay. You put me on that podcast, the Flying Coach Room, man. I love it. One of my favorite podcasts.
Better than ours.
Man, for real. Hey, we learned it. That's why me and him tapped in. We learned it from those guys. Season 1 was with Pete Carroll and Steve Kerr. Season 2 was with Sean McVay. But he had one of the episodes in Season 2 that Sean had Kyle on. And I think they were kind of talking about a little bit going over the Super Bowl losses. Yep. Man, I would love to see Sean in the second Super Bowl. I would love to see Kyle in the second Super Bowl just to see how they attack it differently. You feel me? I think I would say Sean, not Sean, excuse me. Do you think overall Kyle approached the Super Bowl differently from play calling wise from Atlanta to San Francisco?
I think Kyle stayed aggressive in both Super Bowls, and that's what lost him both Super Bowls. Because I would say this, Kyle, and then D-Lane, you coaching now, and anyone that's listening to this can disagree with what they want. I believe when you have a lesser quarterback, you need to play conservative. When you have the better quarterback, you play aggressive. And if you live with that by that philosophy, you'll be all right. Now, it's only a few times in history where you have equal or better. Peyton versus Tom, right? Pat versus Tom, right? I believe those are those are aggressive games.
You know where I can dispute that at?
No. I was just that's.
No, I know, but that point that you said,
what?
I could dispute it with my own team.
You could. I'm saying you could debate it.
Dougie P was calling that shit with Nick Foles. He didn't give a damn who was that quarterback.
No, you're right.
We was calling that shit.
You're right.
I'm Philly special.
And then I'm just going the last 20 years. I'm going to read you the Super Bowl winners the last 20 years. Yeah. Remove the Eagles with Foles. Remove Trent Dilfer. And remove Ravens. And remove Brad Johnson. Your quarterbacks are Tom Brady, Russell Wilson, Drew Brees, Peyton Manning, Aaron Rodgers.
Pretty elite group.
So I'm just going off averages, Lane.
I got you.
So when you got the better quarterback, you stay foot on the pedal. When Shanahan had Matt, you conserve. When you had Jimmy Garoppolo, you throwing shots, you conserve. I believe you win the time possession, you play defense when you have the less.
Matt was the MVP that year. Matt, a little different story.
He was.
Matt was the MVP that year, Zay.
Without Kyle, he's never.
With a top receiver. They didn't have a top receiver
now, anyone
with the Niners.
I agree. Anyone listen to this pod, I want you to Google Matt Ryan's stats and remove that Super Bowl season.
You can't. You want some Skip Bayless, Max Kellerman shit.
I'm giving more
credit. How you gonna remove
more credit? More credit to Kyle Shanahan.
How are you gonna remove a man's stats off his resume?
More credits to Kyle Shanahan that year.
Zay, how are you gonna remove a man's stats from his resume?
I'm not.
He did the shit. Kyle didn't get out there and do that.
He didn't.
Kyle didn't get out there and throw them touchdowns to Julio.
But I'm saying this. Without Kyle, he's this above average quarterback. With Kyle, he's an MVP guy.
I never thought I'd say those two names in the same sentence. They just pulled some Max Kellerman and Skip Bayless shit, bro. How you gonna pull a man? They do that all the time. Max special.
Matt Ryan's
You just pulled him. You said take this one. How you can't do that? It's on wax. It's part of history. That year he won MVP, regardless if you want to take that away from him or not.
But is he better than Tom Brady in that game? No.
In that game?
No. Would you saw? No, he's not better. Okay, Kyle. All right, here we go. I just want to say this.
We talking about that year though. Why wouldn't Kyle? You have the MVPs. Like, why wouldn't I stay aggressive? I have an MVP.
Hold on, I'm just reading something. At that time, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Matt Ryan's been in the league for 8 years.
8 years?
At that time in the Super Bowl. So he's on year 9.
No.
Matt Ryan's in his 9th season in that Super Bowl.
Got you.
So in his 9th season, nobody in their right mind is going to say he's better than Tom Brady.
No, we're not saying that.
So again, I'm just saying as a coach, as you take a step back, if I do not have the clear-cut better quarterback outside of the 2002 Ravens, the 2001 Buccaneers, and the 2017, 18 or 17 or 18.
But I'm telling you,
So
if you were Kyle, would you not walk in that game popping your shit?
No,
you got the MVP. Y'all been hot all year.
Now against Bill and Tom, humble yourself.
You should humble yourself. But I'm saying, as far as staying aggressive, you do what got you here. They were not a running team coming into the Super Bowl.
You can't. But I'm saying, if you take a step back after 2 Super Bowl losses, I lost 2 Super Bowls by being aggressive with the lesser quarterback. So if I have the lesser quarterback again in a Super Bowl, maybe I address it different. That's all I'm saying. Is that at least a thought? Dress it different if you know you have to work your quarterback?
I got you. And like I said, we got here from me and Zay both saying we would like to see Kyle Shanahan and Sean McVay both in the Super Bowl. Just to see how they would call it.
No. Or
NFC
Championship.
I would like to see them in the Super Bowl.
No, okay.
Both, though. Both.
We'll jump into Raiders, Niners. I'll say this. My dream AFC, NFC championship is this. I want Bills, Chiefs, AFC championship. And I want Niners, Rams, NFC championship. Now, A-Rod would be nice. It would be nice. But we've seen A-Rod and Tom for 15 years.
And we don't want to see A-Rod versus the Niners again. I don't really want to see that.
Yeah, we've seen that.
It's been lopsided the last couple of years.
That would be dope.
They got them last year, but they was not healthy.
So, since we're talking Niners, let's kick it off. Healthy. I want to ask you two. There's going to be 2 questions for you, D-Lane. What do you think the Niners' record is going to be? 1. And second, how do you think Trey Lance and the Jimmy Garoppolo QB situation will look this year?
I got the Niners going 11-6. And I got Trey Lance. I believe Trey Lance, like I said earlier in the pod, I believe Trey Lance can win Rookie of the Year, but I believe he needs to play before week 4 or by week 4. But after looking at the schedule, they come out and they start with the Lions, then they got the Eagles, and then they got this 3-game stretch. And I got them losing to the Packers. It starts with the Packers. The 3-game stretch starts with the Packers. Then they got Seattle and Arizona. Both of those teams, really all the other 3 teams in the Niners conference and division, I got them splitting with. So I believe somewhere in this 3-game stretch versus the Packers, Seattle, or the Arizona Cardinals, I believe Jimmy G will struggle, and that's when Trey Lance will get his chance.
I like it. I just wish Trey Lance started for week 1, Lane. I'll be honest.
I don't think he's ready though.
But I agree. I agree with you. I don't think he is ready.
50%, even in the preseason. I don't care if you're playing third, fourth stringers.
But Lane, think about this. Every position of football, you play if you're a top 10 pick, you're playing. Even if you're not ready. Why? Because we're going to work through the growing pains. The amount of draft capital they traded for Trey Lance. Jimmy G, we know what the fuck he is now. He's a game manager and quarterback. Are we going to waste time with Andy Dalton's? No, he's Andy Dalton. We're not wasting time with it.
So what did you say? You believe about the quarterback situation, how it'll play out. What did you say?
I believe, so I'll say this. If you start Trey Lance, I believe you might win 1 or 2 less games because he might lose you a game with a 3-pick game. But I believe you'll go farther in year 2 because Trey Lance played. I believe Jimmy G is not winning you a Super Bowl this year. That's a fact.
Actually, besides a few bad calls,
is Jimmy G
the game versus the Pats.
Is Jimmy G being Pat
Mahomes would have went to the Super Bowl?
No, okay, let's say this.
After saying
is Jimmy G being in the Bills? Is he being the Chiefs? No. Is he being A-Rod? Is he being the Bucks? No. Is he being the Seahawks? Maybe. So we got a maybe. So there's 4 teams in the NFL.
I think a healthy Niners team could go to at least the NFC Conference Championship.
No, I believe that. That's why I said the Seahawks maybe. They could maybe beat the Seahawks. But there's 4 teams in the NFL we know they can't beat. So if you know you can't beat them, then you're not
rolling that dice, though, Zay. Because one of those 4 teams,
I'm rolling with Trey Lance.
One of those 4 teams, we were up on in the 4th quarter last time we were healthy with Jimmy G at quarterback.
It's 2021, not 2019.
Doesn't matter. We're healthy. We're healthy.
I believe you're healthy, but
I don't know why
Jimmy G.
That's not my damn team. The Niners are healthy. They're healthy this year.
But look, I believe this. They are healthy right now. I believe You know what Jimmy G is already. See what Trey Lance is.
Gotcha.
And you get better by playing. So
I always felt like, but like I said earlier, it depends on the situation. Yeah. I think a minute ago you gave up a good scenario for my argument with Pat and Alex. I always feel like you can hurt a quarterback playing them too early versus rather playing them too late, letting them sit. He can be watching from bad quarterback play. You can see Jimmy's throwing hella picks. He's fucked up, messing on reads.
But
all right, I know not to do that.
This is my argument with that. There is nothing wrong with senior QB if they're sitting in front of Alex Smith, who went to the playoffs 3 straight years, or they're sitting behind Aaron, like Aaron Rodgers did, behind Brett motherfucking Favre. He's sitting behind Jimmy G. That's like
not just saying.
Okay, question.
The last time we seen Jimmy G. Hold on. Before you ask your question, the last time we seen Jimmy G with a healthy Niners defense, he was in the Super Bowl. So I'm asking, hold on, and you just answered this question a second ago. Did we not say he was up in the fourth quarter on that team with the best quarterback in the league? Did we not say that? You just said basically the 49ers are a contender. Because did you not just say we can see the healthy 49ers with Jimmy G in the NFC Championship? You're right. You're right. Final four. That means you're a contender.
So this is my question. No, okay.
So with Jimmy G, they're a contender.
You're right.
Ask for no more than that.
Okay. Here's what I'm trying to say. With Jimmy G starting, you have Andy Dalton, and you have the Cincinnati Bengals with loaded defense. They're going to win 12 games.
That's not the same.
No, it is. To me, it is.
No, it's not. Kyle Shanahan and fucking Marvin Lewis.
But it's no Bucks. There was no Bucks.
Kyle Shanahan and Marvin Lewis.
There's no Bucks in 2019.
Who are you taking?
I'm taking Kyle Shanahan.
Exactly.
But I'm just saying, in the NFC right now, with the teams that have laid in front of them, with the Rams, Seahawks, Bucks, and Packers, who I believe have a better overall roster than them, I believe Trey Lance gives you a better shot overall. So I'll say this: with Jimmy G.
That's blasphemous. That makes no sense.
Yeah, okay.
I just poked all in your argument.
No.
That makes no sense.
To me, is this
Jimmy
G? Okay. Let me ask you this.
Further this year, or you saying you're
okay.
Right?
Oh, question.
Hold on. You just said going further. So clarify. You're going to go further with Trey Lance this season or next season?
Further overall in the next 3 years.
What about this season then?
This season, Jimmy will take it farther.
Okay.
I'll say that. Yeah, Jimmy will take it farther.
I just had to make sure. We had to clarify.
I'll say this. To me, by the Niners playing Jimmy G week 1. Now, I'm not saying, I know Trey Lance has a chipped finger, so he couldn't play week 1 anyway. So let's just say he was healthy. I believe it would be like the Bengals drafting Joe Burrow and starting Andy Dalton week 1 and not letting him go. Because I believe Jimmy G is the same level quarterback as Andy Dalton.
They let him go right week 1.
They did.
Right? Okay.
Not the Niners. The Niners like, hey, instead of making our roster deeper for Trey Lance, we're going to pay Jimmy G $25 million this year. Instead of
that boosted my argument. And we're paying
for me, I'll be honest. That's what I'm doing. Hey, Cam, I'm signing Cam Newton to a $2 million deal. Jimmy G is gone. I have $25 million in cap space.
You can't just cut him.
Yes, you can. Free cap.
Don't they own that money?
No. After last year, he is free money this year.
This is the last year that
Yes, free money. So I would sign Cam Newton as a backup.
I would do it. Now that's nice.
Yes.
That's nice. I would do that. I like that.
Trey Lance as your starter. Trey Lance as your starter, like Josh Allen. But look, I'm gonna say this. I wasn't gonna say. Hey, look, I wasn't gonna say this, but I'm gonna go and say it. If Trey Lance was white, Jimmy G wouldn't be there. Trey Lance would be starting week 1. Like Josh Allen.
That makes the most sense. I like that. Man.
Right? You signed a Tyrod Taylor. You signed a Cam Newton.
Cam, because that's the perfect guy.
Right? Cam had 12 rushing touchdowns last year.
With Jimmy and Trey Lance in the dynamic, you got the same situation as Lamar and Joe Flacco.
Thank you.
You got two different offenses.
Yes.
With Cam and Trey,
yes,
you're running the same shit.
Yes, thank you. Thank you. And I don't even say this. Thank you. And Joe Flacco, I don't want to say this. I don't want to disrespect Joe Flacco. He has equity with the Baltimore Ravens. He won a fucking ring. He didn't lose. He didn't lose his Super Bowl. He beat the Niners. So I want to let that be clear. Joe Flacco had more equity, and they said, yeah, Lamar's starting week 3. We got to go, Joe. Now Joe's on his 3rd team. So I want to say that Jimmy G will be on 3 teams in 3 years after the Niners because he ain't it, okay? So if I'm the Niners, and if I'm a Niner fan, I want Trey Lance starting from week 1. We're going to go through the growing pains. We're going to get you better because in 2022, 2023, and 2024, we're going to win Super Bowls because you're fucking ready to win.
You know what was the worst thing that happened for Jimmy G in this past draft? And it wasn't even the Niners drafting Trey Lance.
What?
It was New England drafting Mac Jones. I feel like that's probably the only other situation he probably would have been able to go to and be successful.
But we know who Jimmy G is now. Yeah. And now we're even looking back like, hold on.
Now we see why Bill traded his ass.
Is that? Do you think Bill didn't know this? The best coach ever? Do you not think Bill knew this? Bill was like, Jimmy's probably a game manager, right? And again, there's nothing wrong with being a game manager. Jimmy.
And who you think has the best insight on the ceiling of a game manager? He could have kept passing game manager. Because what was Tom the first 2 Super Bowls? The game manager. Yeah. Come on. And he's seen, he has a higher ceiling though. This guy Jimmy doesn't have that ceiling.
Yeah. Think about it. Like, to me, these are the game manager categories in NFL of quarterbacks. Kirk Cousins. When I say game manager, I'm not even saying like they're trash. They're respectable quarterbacks that you pay money to, okay? Kirk Cousins, Derek Carr, Jimmy G, Fitzpatrick. Yes, he will take you to the playoffs if your team is loaded, okay? Those, to me, are the round. I'll even put a Teddy Bridgewater in there. If your team is loaded, you'll make the playoffs with him. Jared Goff. If your team is loaded,
and even to this point, the more the NFL keep progressing, it's getting tougher to do it with just you gotta have them. It's getting in the next 5 years. It looks like 5 to 10 years. It looks like if you don't have a franchise quarterback, you're not even making the playoffs.
No,
I don't give a damn if you got an elite defense, especially with the way the rules are going towards in the offensive favor.
100%. When you have a game manager quarterback and your defense and rest of your team is not loaded, you suck. That's a fact. Mm-hmm. Now, when I say suck, you're just a 6 to 8 win team, and a 6 to 8 win team makes everyone mad because you don't get a high draft pick. You can't really address. It's a fucking shit show when you're 8 win team. Okay, you rather suck or make the playoffs and be one and done. Okay, so yeah, that's my opinion on the Niners. Start Trey Lance from the get go. I got them winning 12 games. Why? Because of their coach, their front seven, and I believe their offense is good enough to win. So yeah. So now let's move on to the Raiders. D-Lane, kick us off. What's the record going to be?
I'm going to let you go first. Go ahead.
Okay. So, record, I got us winning 11 games. My reason behind 11 games is because we lost 4 games last year with the lead with our defense on the field last.
You think y'all winning 11 games. Did you even look at the schedule?
I did look at the schedule. We had a hard schedule last year. I'm more worried about the weaker part of the schedule.
Where is the weaker part of your schedule?
So
let me look at it.
So the weaker, this is my thing. The reason I have us winning 11 games, I believe we'll win a lot of our conference games, and I believe we'll be a better team than last year.
Conference or a lot of your division games? What you saying?
Conference and division.
Y'all not beating the Chiefs, and y'all splitting with the Chargers.
We're splitting with the Chiefs.
Y'all not splitting.
They're in a salary cap year. They're weaker than last year.
Go ahead, man.
But I believe
Go ahead with your homer. You being a real homer right now.
No, I'm not.
Go ahead.
I'm saying we're winning 3 more games because we're improved.
Pop your homer shit.
So the reason I think we're going to win 3 more games than last year, we won 8 games last year. I believe our rookies will be better. I believe our defense is improved. I believe our D coordinator is better. I believe Derek Carr is better. I believe our offensive weapons are better. So I believe we'll win 11 games. Right? Now, to me, obviously I want to say 11. I say we'll win between 9 and 11. 9 and 11. I don't like having a pinpoint. So I believe we'll win 9 and 11. We'll have a better year than last year.
Exactly.
And the reason being is we lost 4 games with the lead with our defense on the field. So I believe if our defense can just win half of those games, that's 10 wins. And we had a harder schedule than last year. So go ahead, D-Lane.
Right. Y'all can very well start the season on 5.
People said that last year as well.
Who y'all start this season with last year? Pull up your last year's schedule. I'm finna read you who y'all start this year with. Ravens, L. Steelers, Dolphins. I believe y'all can win one of those games. I don't know which one. I'm gonna give y'all one, but y'all can very well lose both. So that's 0-3 right there. I got y'all splitting with the Chargers. They're week 4. Let's say y'all lose that one. That's 0-4. Then y'all got Then y'all got the Bears. That's the toss-up game. The Chargers and the Bears both toss-up.
So can I tell you real quick before you go?
Who y'all
our first 7 games, 5 of the 7 were playoff teams. But go ahead.
And who is our record? 6-3, right?
Yes. So we lost against the Patriots, Bills, Tampa. We beat the Browns. So we opened with Carolina. We had the Saints. We had New England. We had Buffalo, we had Kansas, we had Tampa, we had Cleveland, we had Chargers, we had Denver. We didn't have an easy game to Atlanta, and we lost. Our easy part of our schedule was in week 12. Every team we played last year was 500, except Carolina, the first 9 weeks. But go ahead.
I got y'all
The
winning
first-
8 games.
The first 9, and there's nothing wrong with. Again, I'm not gonna
I
argue that.
said 9, depending on who the quarterback is for the Colts when y'all play the Colts.
And I believe there's no wrong with saying 8. You can say that. I respect that. I'm not gonna argue 8.
Also argue it.
No, the reason I'm not gonna argue 8 is because it's the NFL. Anything can happen.
I got you.
Right? So I'll say this, right? This year we're lucky. We get the AFC North and we get the AFC East. NFC East. Right? So we get easier games. Last year, you look at last year's season, we only played 3 teams. Excuse me. If you remove the Chargers and Broncos, we played 2 teams with a losing record last year. Only 2 teams. That was the Panthers and Atlanta. Atlanta and New York. Every other team had a winning record that we played last year, and we won 8 games with the 31st defense. Elaine, we won 10 games with 31st defense. So we could be the 26th defense. We could win 2 more games, bro. 2 more games, and we had a 10th ranked offense last year.
We're gonna see, man.
But I'll say this: to me, 8-8 is a safe pick. If someone said, Isaiah, you got to bet your rent right now on a record, I would probably say 8-8 or 9-8 because we got the extra game. I would say 8 to 9 wins if I had to bet my rent money. Now, if I'm gonna add, I'm gonna be like, you know what? Truly, based off what we added and what we're gonna be, I'm gonna say we could really be in that 9-11 range because we won 8 games last year. Now I see our schedule tough. I'm looking at the Steelers as a wash because Ben isn't Big Ben. He looked trash last year. I'm expecting him to be better this year. No, right? So no, I expect. I'll say this though: if the Raiders don't win at least 8, I'll say the Raiders don't win at least 9 games. He should be gone. He 120% should be gone. That's 4 years of full control. You can't make the playoffs.
I'm afraid the only rebuttal he might even have argument he might be able to have when he walks into Mark Davis' office after a 9 or less than 8 game winning season. I haven't had my quarterback yet. This wasn't my guy. This was not my guy. I stuck with him because you paid him all that money and I'm trying to make it work with him. But this is not my guy. You signed me for 10 years. Give me 2 more years. Let me go get a quarterback. That's what I say if I was Matt. If I was John walking into me, give me 2 more years, man. Let me go try to get my.
And if I was Mark Davis, I'd be like this. Yeah, I got you, Jim. Eric hitting me. You ready? Eric hitting me, please. Please, Eric. Get Eric over here. You feel me?
Okay.
So we got Niners, we got our Raiders, we got our picks. Anything you want to add for preseason? I was not even preseason pod, basically.
Nah, we almost done though. We got a couple. We got the division picks. Let's run through it real quick. You think this is the toughest division, Zane? NFC West? Let's start there. You think
Yes.
it's the toughest division in football?
I think it's the toughest division, clear cut. I got the Rams winning, and I believe the worst team in that division might have 8 or 9 wins.
I got the Rams winning that division. All right, NFC South. Who you got?
NFC South.
Saints, Bucks, Panthers, Falcons.
Come on now, Bucks. Easy.
Bucks, me too. NFC East. Washington, Giants, Cowboys, Eagles.
I got Washington defense, Ron Rivera.
Eagles, if I'm being a homer. If I'm not being a homer, I got the Giants. I like their defense. They get a healthy Saquon back, and they got a nice defense.
So Joe Judge, you think Joe Judge is legit?
We got to say, I'm banking a lot of that on Daniel Jones taking the next step. I got you. Huge stock in it, but I think he can do it because he has a lot of weapons around him, and he has a
my second pick is the Eagles. Mike McCarthy is as smart as me. Here we go.
Cowboys, you mean?
Yeah.
I got you. NFC North. Packers, Bears, Vikings, Lions. Who you got?
Packers, they ain't fuck you up.
Packers, got you. AFC South. Titans, Colts, Texans, Jags.
Titans, they got camaraderie. I don't believe in wins.
Titans only because my boy Carson not starting the whole year. I had Carson before he got hurt, possibly being in MVP talk for most of the year. Not saying he'll win it, but I had him in conversation for most of the year if he played a full healthy year for the Colts.
I don't believe he will, so I'm gonna rock with the Titans.
Okay.
AFC East: Bills, Dolphins, Patriots, Jets.
Bills, easy. With Dolphins fighting for second.
Bills, I don't think it'll be easy. Dolphins and Pats fighting for second. I think Bill is on FU mode. He got new weapons on the offense. Got opt-outs from last year because due to COVID. Some of his best players, like a D. Hightower, Middlebacker, he got them coming back on the defensive side. I like the Pats to be right there in the making for that in that division.
I feel like you can't go wrong with the Pats. I just want to add this. I feel like the Jets will be a feisty 6-1 team.
I like I said earlier in the pod, I like the Jets 2-3 years down the line, give Salah a little more time to build that roster.
I won't want to play him.
I'm a fan of Salah.
I don't want to play him. I'll tell you that.
AFC North: Steelers, Ravens, Browns, Bengals. Who you got?
I got Browns winning division. I believe in their coach, and I believe they have the best roster in the NFL.
Yeah, man, you on the same page right now. I got the Browns too.
Okay.
I like year 2 under Stefanski, I think his name is.
Yep.
Yeah, something like that. Okay, I like that.
I got Ravens seconds, and I got Pittsburgh. I got Pittsburgh third, just because I believe Big Ben is Father Time is undefeated.
Yeah, he's on decline. Yeah. I definitely got the Ravens second too. Possibly can win it.
Yeah.
AFC West. Who you got?
I got Chiefs. Pats gonna win 14 games.
Yeah, I got the Chiefs again, and I got them sweeping everybody in that division but the Chargers. I feel like the Chargers might get one off them.
I got them sweeping everyone but the Raiders gonna win one.
Get your homer ass out of here.
Nah. We got one last year. We lost by 3. I'm going off data. What the fuck? We lost by 3 and won a game by 12. How's that a homer?
And we already said our Super Bowl matchups. Right? I said Seattle Chiefs. Who you got?
I said
Rams and Chiefs.
Yeah, I said Rams Chiefs.
Okay, and then we done. Last thing I want to hit on fantasy. Pull up your weak ass roster.
So
me and in the same league. We gotta talk our shit real quick. Fuck, get out of here, people. I got that team. We them boys. What they say about them Cowboys? We them boys for real. My team is the D-Lane Bullies, and we running through shit all year.
Lane, read your squad.
D-Lane Bullies. This is my team. Starting quarterback, Josh Allen. Starting 2 running backs, Josh Jacob, Miles Sanders. 2 starting receivers, Devontae Adams, DK Metcalf. Excuse me. Starting tight end, Robert Tonyan. He had like 10 touchdowns last year for Aaron Rodgers. Flex, I got Claypool, wide receiver 1 for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Ravens defense, and then I got Dallas kicker Greg Zuerlein. They got a high potent offense. I feel like they'll always be in the red zone. He'll get a bunch of money. Go ahead, Zach. Give me your starters.
D-Lane has a nice squad. I might see him in the championship. But I'm going to tell you right now, quarterback Lamar Jackson, backup Justin Herbert. Oh, my God. Running backs Nick Chubb, Joe Mixon. Yeah, watch out. Receivers, Stephon Diggs, DJ Moore. DJ Moore is scary. He don't get rushing.
You snatched DJ right before me. He snatched a couple of my picks, man. I feel like they was looking at my watch list. I like DJ Moore.
Tight end, I got the freak Kyle Pitts. Hey, my flex, Laviska Shenault went crazy last year.
That's the boy from Jacksonville, right?
Jacksonville, yes, sir. My defense.
He ain't wide receiver 1, though. I got Jacksonville wide receiver 1. DJ Chark.
But it's okay. My flex going to change. Defense, Broncos, kicker, Daniel Carson was the 3rd in fantasy points last year for kickers. Now, hey, my flex is going to change week by week. You know what my backers are for the flex? I got Henry Ruggs, Brian Edwards, and Courtland Sutton. And don't forget Brandon Cooks. Courtland Sutton might be my starting flex.
He snatched Sutton off me, too.
Hey,
hold on.
D-Lane going like this. My backup tight end, Derek Goddard. Oh, my God.
Okay, hold on. The Dallas Goddard? Okay. Hold on. Listen to these backups, though. Because I never got RB1s and wide receiver 1s on the bench. Sony Michel, I think he going to get money this year in the Rams offense.
Oh, yes.
Deontay, I think it's DeAndre Swift, the boy from Detroit.
He's nice.
This boy right here, tight end, backup tight end, Jared Cook, going to get money this year with Herbert. He get money everywhere he go. Backup QB, who I think might potentially win Rookie of the Year, I got Trey Lance. My bench receivers, Jalen Reagor, DJ Chark, both wide receiver 1s, Reagor wide receiver 1/2 with Devontae. I got Mike Thomas on the bench, just in case he get healthy. Don't let Mike get healthy. It's going to be ugly. Mike with Jameis, I think Jameis going to have a big year. He one of my sleeper quarterbacks. If they have most improved or comeback player of the year in NFL, I think they do got comeback player of the year. I think Jameis might be able to win it this year. So I think Jameis will have a solid year in the
I see Lane and Chip. He got a nice squad, but my shit deadly, man.
Like
Hey,
squad,
5-1 Huddle, we back.
Yes,
Weekly. And don't forget, every Friday at noon, we're gonna help y'all make some money. We got some bets for y'all every Friday at noon. We're gonna tell you where to sign up, different places you can place your bets. I promise you, listen to us every Friday, IG Live. We're gonna have some bets for y'all, make some money. Guaranteed picks.
Yep, and like I said earlier in the pod, man, hit that link in all our profile, social media profiles. Hit that link. Go check out that Kendrick Trotter podcast we got out right now. It's fire, and we got some fire guest podcasts in the vote for y'all coming out soon. Check us out.
Yes, sir. It's the 5-1 Huddle.
We play for keeps, Cuddy. You ain't heard about the huddle fire with no with D-Lane. We tryna get it off the muscle. Walters caught the pick and ran it back without a tussle. Blow the whistle, coach is trying to get back to the huddle.